Okay, ready? Okay, 5 o'clock. Welcome to our meeting. Today is Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. We have Swan for us.
It's the 30th.
It's the 30th, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's the 30th, okay. Can someone approve the minutes? I know there was a minor change.
I approve the minutes.
Okay, change was made?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Second?
I second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Okay. Just briefly, I just want to talk about the water situation that's occurring now. We know that some people's lawns got destroyed from people spraying, but it looks like we're gonna bypass spring and go right into summer. So we're asking you once again, please water yourself, please.
If you need to.
If you need to, but you please be responsible.
Your
for
house,
that.
your water,
Your house.
your lawn.
Right, yes, well, another thing else too, before that, putting out garbage, please, do not put any garbage out after 6 o'clock, especially on a Sunday, doesn't look nice, we have people visiting, doesn't look like people are putting out garbage at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So please wait after 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock, there's no need to put it out at 4 o'clock or 4:30, doesn't look nice. We want El Dorado to be one of the top villages, and I don't want people walking by and seeing this garbage out early in the afternoon. Okay, anything else? Okay, management report.
No,
Oh, you wanna do financial? Let's do
yeah,
financial. Let's do financial first.
In our two operating cash accounts, we have a total of $49,055.98. In our reserve account, we have $55,222.86. And it's early in our fiscal year, there's really nothing else really to report for this total.
Okay, excellent. All right, our attorney has sent some information, giving an update of what's going on, so, Carrie, can you please, read what our attorney said, please?
okay. Just wanted to bring everybody up to date on the legal, ongoing legal matter that's been in the community. There was some, progress made, and we wanted to take this opportunity to update everyone on the status of the lawsuit, to the extent that we can do so without violating any settlement discussions. What we are permitted to say is that all parties attempted to resolve the issues surrounding the architectural disputes and the monetary disputes of attorney's fees and costs incurred by the association. Unfortunately, both sides could not reach an agreement as to those amounts, as well as to the resolution of the architectural disputes. We cannot say what was offered, what was responded to, or any of the particularities at this time. We can say that the association remains very confident in its position, that the association has prevailed on numerous attempts for partial summary judgment, and has in fact prevailed on summary judgment as to the documents not expiring against the Greenfields, and remains confident that it will continue to do so with the remainder of the case. We believe that there is one more deposition that is going to take place, and after that, the parties are ready for trial. Obviously, the association will continue whatever efforts it is able to do in order to avoid trial and amicably resolve this matter. Unfortunately, we can't take questions at this time. We would need to consult with the council when responding to any questions. So if anybody has any, they can just put them in writing to us at the management company, and we would go from there. We thank everyone for their continued support, the entire community, and we hope to put this matter behind all of us as quickly as possible.
Right, anything else we have?
Any unfinished business?
Anything
Oh, the
else?
only other thing I have is that, we, are waiting after the holiday to do our property inspection.
Right.
So probably like the late first week of April,
We'll
we'll be
send
going
it, can
around.
we send out an email to the homeowners to not startle them?
Sure.
It's gonna have to be seconded.
Yeah, like the, yeah.
Sorry, you all right?
I'm fine, I just wanna get a little water.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so that's it. Alright, yeah, let's open to the floor. Does anybody have any questions for us? Sorry, you have a question you wanted to ask?
Yes, I just wanted to get some more, but anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Cy Gerstmann. I'm a resident of El Dorado for the past 30 years. I have a concern about the children who roam through El Dorado as a result of the synagogue. It's 2 houses down from me. I don't object to the synagogue. What I object to is that the children are unsupervised, and I'd like to know why. On Saturday, they come with their scooters. It's not a problem. There's gonna be a tragedy one day, God forbid, but it's gonna happen. Nobody supervises these children. Nobody watches over them. These are 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, numerous children, and I think if something is going to happen, I think it's incumbent upon this board to speak to the people who run the synagogue to supervise these children, okay? That's one issue I have. The other question that I have, and I put a call into Barry, Haberman, but he never responded. I'd like to know, for example, if a Muslim moves into this community, okay?
This conversation can't be had because religion
Why can't I
falls,
have it?
because religion falls under a,
Look, I'm not an attorney,
well,
I'm
then
just a
don't act,
resident.
but you're
Don't give me
acting,
this,
so
don't
you're
give me this
acting very,
religion.
well, you're acting in a
He's
manner
asking a
that's,
question.
okay,
No.
so finish
He's
your
asking
question.
I have a question. My question is,
Because you like the question.
what do you mean?
Her,
I don't
Go
care
ahead.
who or what it was. I don't know what you do.
Go ahead.
I know these
Finish your
people
question,
personally,
please.
okay?
go ahead.
Don't take it personally.
I'm
I
not,
have
I'm
to
not
say-
Jewish, I don't take it personally.
Okay, if a Muslim
Or
moves into,
Christian,
or an evangelical, do they
Yeah.
have the right to open up a church? Do they have a right to open up a mosque?
so.
That's all I wanna
Okay,
know.
so are you think it's like a running synagogue, like it's ran like a synagogue?
Don't ask me these questions.
Well, I'm asking you,
Yeah,
because that's what
it's a-
you said it is.
It's a
Well,
synagogue.
the gentleman's right here, maybe he could explain it to you.
I'm not concerned about, you're not answering my question.
Okay.
My question is very simple.
Okay,
If a Muslim moves into El Dorado,
okay.
okay, can that person open up a mosque in his home?
Well, I can have a prayer group in my home and I'm a Christian. I can
Okay.
invite 20 people to come to my house every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever I want, to have it, just like she can have the
That's okay
Democratic
with
Party
me.
come to
I don't
us.
have a problem with that, Michael. So the answer is yes.
Yes, you can have guests at your home.
No, that was the answer, that was the question.
There is no synagogue.
There is no,
There
is
no
it, it's no synagogue.
Hold on,
Prayer group.
hold on.
A prayer group, you cannot stop.
One second.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, hold on, sit down.
I don't wanna be involved in this
The gentleman
conversation.
is right here. Would
You
you
can't
please,
stop a prayer group.
hold
You
on.
cannot stop a prayer
You
group.
can't.
I don't really want to do that.
I don't like this conversation.
All right,
It's a
first of all,
protected
If you don't wanna
class.
go there, then don't ask me to
Mike,
attend this meeting.
Mike.
That's
I
why
didn't
I'm
ask you to.
attending.
The Balkan Community Association has made an announcement that they will not be involved, everything is fine. The Board of El Dorado has agreed also not to be involved. If you have any questions, the rabbi is right here, ask the rabbi and be more
The
involved.
rabbis and
He's not a
they-
Your
rabbi.
neighbor, I call him
He's
a
not a
rabbi.
rabbi.
I made him a rabbi.
He's the
He's
homeowner.
the homeowner.
It's not a synagogue
Okay,
sign.
my concern is not the synagogue or
He's
the
concerned about the
mosque
kids.
It's
or
what?
the evangelical. My concern are
Why'd
the
you bring
kids.
up my-
So then don't bring up the rest of the stuff, because it
Don't tell me
doesn't
what to
sound
bring
right.
up.
It
You
doesn't
bring up
sound
what you
right.
want. Don't tell me what to bring up.
I'm sorry, you
All
live
right,
in a
all right.
country that
I'll
you
bring
cannot
up
do
what I
that
like.
anymore.
What, okay?
Would you please?
And don't shout at me
let's-
like that.
let's
You're
talk-
shouting.
I agree.
Would you
Doesn't-
please, introduce yourself and tell them about the
Hello.
You
Everybody?
know that damn as well.
My name is
Not
Yitzi.
bring these
I'm
things.
definitely not a rabbi.
I made you rabbi.
Do you wanna be?
I try not to steal from anybody, so I can't be a rabbi.
They're gonna make her joke.
As far as the kids playing in the street, regardless of who is doing what in the house, I have kids and they're gonna have friends over on the weekends, and they're going to.
As do I,
They're going to be playing.
as do I.
Try to supervise my kids as much as I can, and ask them as much as I can not to go in the street. And I ask, if you do see one of my kids in the street, try not to run them over, I'd appreciate it. But at the end of the day, kids are kids, we don't have a sidewalk that they could stay on, so between crossing the street, they are going to spend a little bit of time in the street. And we try as much as we can to supervise them.
Yes, I have no objection to that. That they,
Okay.
all I want them to do is to be supervised when they go out on the street.
100%.
Yes,
Right.
they're not supervised, I see it. I live 2 houses down from you. The homeowner between us, okay?
Mhm.
I can't park my car on Saturday on the street because she can't see when she comes out of, so I don't mind that, I park it in the garage, out of safety concerns. but the children are running unsupervised. My wife had to go out and complain and say, look, something's gonna happen, these children were running around, and the cars coming around the corner, you know, it's very dangerous.
So, again, there's more and more families moving into Boca Park, regardless of what's happening in the house.
That's okay,
There's
I have
gonna
no
be more and more
problem.
kids in the
I
street.
like the younger kids in the street, all I want them to do is to be supervised, so God forbid there's not a
You're right,
tragedy.
you're right, generally they are supervised.
Well, I'm letting you know, they're very lax when it comes to supervision. That's my concern. I'm not.
I try to tell the kids constantly not to be in the street. I don't want my son to be in the street,
They've been doing
if
it
at
for
all,
3 years.
Well, you know, they got these
You have a
scooters,
very legitimate
they
concern,
got
I
these
believe.
electronic
They
scooters.
have, we don't live in a.
No one's
I
using
don't
an
know.
electronic scooter on Saturday.
What's that?
Nobody uses an electronic scooter on Saturday.
I don't know what they use, but they come on scooters.
Right.
I don't know what kind of scooter.
It's the same as my kids have, it's the Razor, the regular
Right.
scooter that they ride on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what happened to me when I moved into this neighborhood. My kids were on Boca Point, roller skating, and they were on with their nanny. They were supervised, and they were with the nanny. A Boca Point police or whatever you call them, security, stopped them and told them to take off the roller skates and to not be roller skating on the property. Okay? I went to Boca Point, I read my bylaws, I did my due diligence. Nowhere does it say that children cannot be riding bicycles, can't be roller skating, can't be doing anything. I have old people, medium people, all kinds of people on our street riding bikes all day long. They're not supervised either. They're adults. Well, they're a little old to be on a bike, but you know what? Good for them. I hope I could do it too. The answer is that it's a responsibility of a parent. You said what you had to say. I respect it because I do get nervous. Pulling out my car, I get nervous even with a dog. I get nervous with the next door neighbor. We don't have sidewalks. We don't even have enough of a width for a true two lane and parking. And everybody parks on the street. And we don't even have it. The corner where the Greenfields live is the most dangerous corner there is. The Greenfields have even asked to put a speed bump, something. They were concerned with that too. It's, the neighborhood is not wide enough, big enough. I think we even had an architectural firm look into the security of it. We looked into how we could, because of her concerns, we looked into it. We had them evaluate it, see if it could be done, how it would be done. The fire department and police department told us no, because it would take 7 seconds from 911, from an ambulance to even go through. There's just so much people can do. If we can't even get you to park the right way, imagine to tell people what to do. What are we gonna do?
I think the moral of the story is, it's fine for your kids to be outside playing, but if they're 3, 4, and 5 years old, they just need to be supervised so that a tragedy doesn't happen. That's really what it is. It's like, I have children as well, and that corner where I live, they speed so fast. They do not stop speeding, and if you say something like, please stop speeding, you get your head ripped off. So you know what, I'd rather take getting my head ripped off than having to pick up a child off the street. So just have somebody outside who's an adult.
5-year-olds alone playing in the street?
They're not supposed to be.
Okay,
They're not supposed to be, but they are.
so you
Well,
will
we're gonna
do
make
your effort for
We
it.
will do a very concerted effort. I appreciate everyone's concern for the children. We'll make an effort to make sure that there aren't.
Okay.
They do not abide by
My
any
concern of
rules
Brent was
regarding
the
driving here.
board. That was my concern.
Okay, all right, not the mosque,
What?
not the mosque and the synagogue and everything else, it was the children.
I was curious, if,
Okay.
that's a curiosity that I have, and I'm
Okay.
sure many
I'm
members of
gonna
the.
have a Friday prayer meeting at my house for Muslims. Everyone's invited about 3 o'clock on Friday.
It's not Ramadan yet.
We're not gonna eat anything, we're not gonna eat anything until sundown.
Bring your own rug.
It's a tough situation, but I think we just need more tolerance in our
Because we pray to Mecca.
lives, and we gotta be a little more careful. I mean, it's true that you're accustomed. I will say this, how long are you living here?
30 years.
How long are you living here?
23.
How long are you living here?
23.
Okay, you're accustomed to a neighborhood that really didn't have young people in it. But I did hear, through the grapevine,
Well, they were young
that
when
there
it started.
was children at one point in this neighborhood playing basketball in a hoop on the cul-de-sac
Yeah, yeah.
in the street having a ball.
We have a cul-de-sac where?
Where the
Correct.
Anita lives.
You're right.
The crowd.
There was a beautiful
Where-
basketball
Cul-de-sacs
hoop
on
on the street, kids
Correct.
played, all the
Correct.
neighborhood kids
The
came out,
Peter.
and it was a happy
Peter and
place.
they
Where the
were-
hell was that? Where did that go?
But
that was a long time
ago.
Why is it a long time ago?
I'd like to put one up there.
But I got some that
do
came
that.
in. Yours went to college, but mine are here.
I'd love to teach the kids.
I'd like to get a
I think
basketball.
everybody needs to learn to have a little bit more tolerance of kids in the neighborhood.
Great.
You have to be aware that there's children.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Well, there's also dogs, like you said.
You have to say
So
this.
people do have to be careful, but.
Speak that part before I explain. I will right now. You have to speak it up. They need to be more tolerant of different age groups in the neighborhood.
I agree.
Well, and like you said, there is no rules against
Yeah.
kids being allowed outside. So yes, they should be careful, yes, small children should be supervised, but people also need to understand that there are kids in the neighborhood, there are dogs in the neighborhood. You know, there are older people riding on bikes that maybe don't have the sight and hearing of a youngster, and you
Yeah,
know,
they
park
don't
could
even have
come
a
up.
helmet on, doing a rosary for the poor lady.
I know. You know what I'm saying? It's, both sides are absolutely true.
Do you know how many times I've seen you on the tricycle over by Southwest 18? And I actually was gonna start raining and I was actually gonna pull my car over, ask if you wanted to get in my car and I'll take your thing and put it in the trunk.
I'm wearing a helmet.
No, you're safe, but it was gonna pour. I'm like, this guy's gonna get caught, it's gonna be the lightning, where's he gonna go, there's no shelter.
Don't worry about it.
He's tough. He's a tough
Do you know what I'm
cookie.
saying?
He's
I
tough.
don't know, we're all, my kids are of age too to have fun in the street,
Thank you so much.
not on an iPad.
We're delighted that he can do it.
That's right.
That's true, definitely.
He goes all the way to like almost Howard.
That's wonderful. That's the best news I have, honestly.
I was impressed.
But he's very careful and he
I
has
wouldn't be able
that
to make it that
tricycle.
I can't make it sound
I feel like,
I have a question. Is there any way you can get people not to park where that curve is there? That
He's
makes
not
it more
wrong.
dangerous.
no, I don't.
Any way to do that?
You know what? Like he just brought up a very, very sensitive issue. Bring it up, the owner's right there.
It's hard enough to go there.
It's a pain.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There's Sam.
That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, the
Yeah,
car,
yeah, yeah.
the car shouldn't be parked
on the
there,
Well, why
curb,
on
don't you
the
speak
curb.
to him?
yeah,
It
we
makes
should,
it more dangerous.
the curve.
It's very good.
If you
Can
don't
I
have
tell
the
you,
driveway-
he's in a catch-22.
Why?
What?
They're in a catch-22 because if they park on the side that used to belong to Amos, the people can't see them coming from one side or the other, they can hit it. It's a blind corner no matter what you do.
What
What about a driveway?
He parks in the driveway, but he puts it on the street so his wife can get in. Same thing Si does. He parks it on the street so the wife could get her car in the driveway. Right?
Except on Saturday, I don't do that.
You've been a tolerant neighbor and a nice one.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, but that's why, am I speaking for you, Sammy, when I say, Sam? when-
Yes,
when-
you are.
When you speak, when you park on the side so she can go in and out freely?
Yes.
It's exactly right.
And we've been there about 15 years, and what this gentleman's complaining about has never occurred.
Because the trees are much bigger now, they're much denser now, and you can't see around the curve.
It's a bad curve, so what I say is to my kids, walk on that side, not on Amos's
We're
side.
not on the tree side.
I mean, I
No,
don't think there's
there's
anything you
no
can do in the
answer.
street that's
You know,
going to.
those ficus trees are only 3 years old. By the
No.
way. Yes.
He only partially planted.
Well, I know, but now they're dense, you cannot see around the corner. They weren't like
You're not
that when
gonna
I first
see
moved
anything no
here.
matter what you do, you can't see around that corner.
No.
It's a certain point where you don't see.
It's a
Imagine
problem.
them pulling out.
It's a problem, it is a problem. It's a big problem.
Is it very bad for you if he parked on the curb, they wouldn't be able to get out?
Well, they park on Amos's side all the time, and sometimes we can't get out.
You
So like
can't
the
get
other
out.
day, Betty was trying to get out, and then like this whole
You
fight
can't get out.
ensued, and I was like, you guys have to move your car because we live here. Because she couldn't get out. It was like holding you back, and that guy was like yelling, and I'm like, just move the car.
I have the right to, listen, I have the right to park on my street, he has the right to park on his street.
Yeah, but we just
During the
park in
day.
front of our house.
He doesn't park at night,
Right, that's what I'm saying, during the day.
He puts his car in at
That's when
night,
all
every
traffic
night he
is
puts
in
his
the
car
I
in.
know, but that's the rule.
The problem is, if you're not measuring, if they park in front of the Greenfields home, the Greenfields can't get out. If they park a little bit
Fine.
further over, the Abate can't get out. If they, it's a catch
We're not
22.
supposed to have parking over there, that's what
Right,
it
you
is.
move the car, somebody else has to get in the other side, that's what you have to do, move the car.
Can't
I
you just
know.
not have them, can you just say no parking in that specific area? Like, they can park on the big part of the bend?
No, the problem with our neighborhood is that the big end, the swale. Okay, so which side, let's see how many people know where they're supposed to park in our neighborhood. What side of the street are you supposed to park? We've had this since I joined this board, since before I joined this board, you all voted on it, spoke about it, sent emails, you said please, you sent emails saying, please park on the other side. We didn't
No,
enforce
it's
it.
not a rule, but
We
we do
didn't
ask.
enforce
We do
it,
ask.
but we ask all the time.
We
It's not a rule.
Yes, we did ask.
What side?
But we did ask.
What side?
Side.
The side he's on,
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
side he parks
we
on.
did ask that at one point.
Which side of the street?
No, opposite side.
Side.
Sorry, opposite side.
Opposite side.
He, we said opposite to where he parks.
Right, correct.
But the problem is that in his bend, no one can leave the house if he does that. So what's the right solution?
Driveway,
To put it in the driveway?
the right solution.
Or the garage.
Then everybody's got a park in the driveway.
I do.
I'm not saying you don't, I'm
We
just
do.
saying, if you're gonna.
No,
enforce
what
it
she's
for one
trying to
person-
say is you can't have a rule for
Yeah.
one eye but not for thee.
Right.
No, it's,
I would
It's
say
either
most
you allow
people
parking in the
park
street or you
in their
don't.
driveway
Yes.
or in their garage,
that's all.
for the most part.
If you have a guest, again, you have no choice but to park in the street. If you have a two driveway and a garage is full, you have no choice at that point.
You look pretty.
What would
It
you
doesn't,
do?
I'm gonna tell you what would bother me more. You know what would bother me more? That they try to get out and there's another car parked behind and they can't get out and they have an emergency or something. That would bother me more. I'd rather just be cautious and drive, know the neighborhood I'm in, and take a chill pill.
That's
You're in
you,
a rush, go the other way.
that's you who knows it, but people coming in who don't know it, that's you worry.
We have a sign that says 15 miles an hour.
Sign is
If you're
worthless.
going,
The sign is worthless, Lola.
people are worthless half the
Worthless.
time.
That sign is worthless.
You are so
It's worth nothing.
Oh my God, I'm gonna put you know what I'm gonna do? Neon signs, lights,
good.
traffic,
Just
phones,
be-
sand,
Radar.
radar.
Listen, it's nothing to do with that. When people come in, I stand outside the street and I slow
That's
it
the
right
problem.
down. But I can't be a
Oh,
cop.
come on
You look
now.
like
No,
a friend
I
of
know, I
yours.
can't be a cop.
You look, I'm looking at you, I'm like, God, he
Yeah.
looks like
The
Josh.
FedEx
They're
driver.
very bad.
No,
They're the worst ones.
not at all.
UPS and
I'm
FedEx
looking,
are the
I'm like,
worst
what?
ones.
Okay.
The worst. They speed through there with the music so high.
Right. Is there any other questions that anybody has
There's
for us?
no if somebody has a good suggestion, please say it. We're not close
Because
to
we
it.
haven't resolved this.
Well, it's nothing.
We
to-
miss it.
How are you
Well,
gonna
right
So
resolve it?
now,
how
it
would you
is-
like to resolve
There's
it?
no violation.
We need to have a rule there, we're gonna park on one side of the street only, not two sides of the street. There have been times when a car cannot
ambulance.
even get past.
That's not a lie.
Oh, I know,
We have
that's
the
how it is
same
where our
problem in
community
our
is.
community,
We have
odd
one
neighbors.
side, odd and even. They don't do it all the time. There's plenty of times where there's cars parked right across
So
from
if
each
he
other.
parked in the direction that we want him to park, he will be getting out of his car and killed. Then what?
I don't understand that, how
You know,
would he get?
we
How?
got-
Because
we've
his
done this
car's
for
in the blind
15
spot,
years,
he's
and
opening
we
the
had no
door,
problem.
and someone's just flying by.
You open the door, it's a blind spot.
It's a blind spot, I'd rather somebody hit the car than hit a person.
We're doing
Go
fine.
down the blind
So
spot.
what are they gonna do?
Nobody, I can't believe all these
This
complaints.
gentleman
We
had
lived here
really
for so many years, and we had no problem.
So what are they alluding to?
And I'll tell you, we had to get
1
used
minute,
to
she's
everybody
speaking.
reconstructing. We've had 6 or 8 cars, so, and we managed, we never
With the
complained.
construction, you
We
never
never
complained.
complained, only if we can't get out of a spot, cause we should not be prisoners
She was very
in
good.
a spot.
You were more tolerant than most would be, I
You're the
wouldn't be so
best.
tolerant. What do you do? Am I wrong saying what I'm saying? That if he parks, that's the direction, that's the way he's supposed to drive.
The only point right now is that there's not a rule about that. If the board wants to make a rule, that's a separate issue. But right now, they allow parking in the street, there's nothing you can do.
Okay, so you make that rule and he's parked on the other side.
I'm not saying you have to be doing, I'm saying that's the only other option.
Somebody kills it.
I'm
That's
against
more.
it.
I don't think you're gonna have a problem, because I don't think we're gonna pass that rule.
No, I don't think so.
Well, then we can park on both sides of the street.
Well, you can,
Well, people do.
yeah.
We tell them not to, we use our common sense and we don't, we
There's
try not
no
to park on both
common
sides.
sense here.
Michael.
How are you, Michael? That is,
Even with not a lie. Not a lie.
No.
First of all, you can't
Definitely
even enforce
difficult.
it.
nice to see you, we did meet before, nice to see you.
All right, does anybody else have any questions before we adjourn?
Please, please, can it be it?
Someone's-
Nice to see you both.
I might make a motion.
Second.
There's nothing we could do to stop.
All right,
We're not on our.
thank you all for coming.
Somebody second.
Some second.
I'll
Lola
second it.
seconded it.
What's that?
Two works that, of course, we find out now we're fixing this and doing this, doing that.
Fix it like what?
Like electric, normal things. That would be done, work that has to be done in the neighborhood.
Not right now.
Like,
Wait, what do you say?
like doing the roads.
You wanna do the roads over? Why? But I look sometimes like crap, I'm not going to the surgery.
Just under
There's no potholes or any, like.
Do we have potholes? Do we have problems with the road?
The paint you put on, you put on.
That's putting lipstick on a pig.
That's right. No, I don't want that.
Okay, so how much do you think the papers cost? How much do you think we paid for the road course today?
That's what money is.
It'll be about $100,000.
Minimum.
Minimum. And yes, it does need to be done eventually, but you don't really have a
Didn't
lot
they
of.
tell us when we did it that it had another 15 years?
I know they said it had a while, I don't remember what the exact. It definitely is not, it doesn't look right, but there's no potholes. It's not just Jerry.
No, she brought up a good point, which was the swales. So I think that would be
I don't
the
agree with no.
swale.
Tree.
We don't have any.
Around curbs, sorry.
We don't have curbs.
Around things.
Yeah, but that's not what she's talking about. I'm not talking about the swales.
Oh, the Miami gutters. That's different than the asphalt. That's a whole other thing. That is the one that we had the architect look at, and he said it looks like all of the schools.
All right, have a nice day.
Drainage too.
Take care.